Hi there. Happy Monday. It is not Friday, it's Monday. Happy Monday. This week, I am going to share a tip for meal planning. It's almost not even a tip, it's so easy, but I'm going to share it with you because I've had some clients having some trouble with meal planning and the mindset around it. And so, before we get started, I'm Crystal of Crystal Obregon Health and Wellness, and I help women regain their energy so that they can do what they love to do in their life, whether that's advance in their careers, spend more time with their kids or grandchildren or loved ones, um, or pursue sports or whatever it is that they'd like to do. I help women regain their energy. So, so this weekend, uh, we had a birthday party for my husband, and it wasn't a huge number of people, but I chose to make a big or three lasagnas and then some salads to go along with it. And there are actually fewer people than we thought because we were a bit last minute about the party. And so we had one left over. And if I was going to be really good, I would have put it straight into the freezer. But instead, because we were tired yesterday and we're still a little tired today, I decided we just had it for dinner last night. But what it reminded me of is that one of the easiest tips for meal planning is just to make double. Let me know if that's something that you like doing. So just making double your normal recipe, it does take a little more time, but usually only with the chopping or of vegetables. Everything else is usually the same. And so when you make double, you can usually put some in the freezer or even use it during the week. We're in the middle of my 30-day challenge, and with the meal plans, we definitely use that, where one night we'll have the detox vegetable soup, and then twice during the rest of the week that will be lunch. So so just remember, it's just the cook once, eat twice, because you're already in there and doing it, and you'll be surprised at how easy it is. So I want to make sure I look at my notes and don't forget anything. Um, so it's also a great way to take advantage of sales or vegetables that are in season, or fruits that are in season. They're usually cheaper in season, and so you can make your favorite dishes and then put them in the freezer. And I was actually going to get one of my mason jars just to show you what I use. I use especially for soups and stews or chili, which I'm going to give you a recipe for, because it's one of my favorite to freeze. I use a pint mason jar with the flat sides because those are okay for freezing. And I just fill those up, put them in the freezer. I do it with veggie stock as well. Put it in the freezer, and then you're good to go for just taking it out. I especially like to use it for lunches because I'm usually home by myself working at lunchtime. And if I just take something out of the freezer in the morning, one of the pints, then that will be plenty for my lunch. In fact, one of the guests for the birthday party brought me a quart jar of broccoli soup. And honestly, it wasn't my birthday, it was my husband's. But honestly, I thought, wow, this person really knows me because it was the greatest gift ever. So today and tomorrow, I'm going to have broccoli soup for lunch, and it's going to be something somebody else made. So you can also think in terms of that it can be a great gift. I know it seems silly, but it's true. It was actually really touching that that he brought that for me. So so that's about it. Just think in terms of cooking once and eating twice. I am going to, in the comments below, I am going to link to my very favorite recipe, which is for doing this. It's a vegetarian sweet potato chili. And the recipe says that it makes 4, but honestly, I always double it for one thing, but I definitely get more than 2 meals out of it. So if you just make it for 4, it's actually, I think it's for 6 to 8, honestly. But I left the serving size at 4. So that's one of my favorites. And then I also am going to put a link for my recipe for veggie burgers. If you didn't get that this winter, I did a meal planning thing with that. And just remember also that meal planning, when you plan, you have a greater chance of success because it's easy. So once you've got your meals planned and they're healthy, it's really easy to just go with the plan and eat them. It's when we don't plan that we're more likely to not be successful. So so those 2 recipes will be in the comments. There's no opt-in or anything. Just click on the links and you'll go straight to the recipes. And this month I am focusing on meal planning. So be sure, if you click this video later, I will have a link. Last month I was focusing on dining out, and you can get that guide. And very soon I will have a meal planning guide available as well that has more recipes just like this. So be sure and that you're on my email list so that you don't miss out on that, because you really like it, and enjoy the recipes that I am sharing here. All right, take care and have a great day and a great week. Bye.